All right, I must have Aquarius rising and sun. This Taurus new moon is happening on May 7th in your fourth house. And the cards are definitely different from the astrology. So we're going to start off with the astrology and then we'll get into some of the cards that I'm seeing. So with this being in your fourth house, we're having this moon basically be a time of manifestation. That's what I'm seeing it as. In the fourth house, it's very much centered around finding greater stability, greater emotional stability, building up your home in some way. Maybe you're kind of like redesigning something in your home or doing something in that area of your life that it is improving the physical surroundings that you're living in. It could improve your family or your, relationships with people that you cohabitate with. There's a sense of like this, your life becoming more stable, more grounded. And that might be really important because I'm seeing quite a lot of like tumultuous energy coming up, or maybe that has already happened. And so I think that having a very firm, stable place to land is super key for you guys. However, I do think that you're going to approach this stability or like this achievement of stability through a new lens or through a new way, because this new moon is conjunct Venus, Uranus, and Jupiter. So it's this very creative energy of how do I basically create more stability for myself through different means than I have tried before. So let's say you lack stability in money. That would be maybe, you deciding to create a new budget or save money or do something different with your money in a new way that makes you feel, again, stable. Let's say that you're having an issue with family relationships. Maybe you go about and you approach those relationships differently. You have conversations about things you haven't talked about, or you approach them with a different energy, or you have a different perspective or take that kind of nullifies some of the intensity. So there's this idea of going about things differently in order for things to manifest as we would like them. So in order for you to manifest stability in your roots, which is related to money, emotions, home, or family, or people within your home. So in order for those things to become quite solid, you have to do things differently. This new moon is also sextiling Saturn in the second house. So there's quite a conservative energy to this new moon where you are definitely being asked to, again, kind of like save. If you get more money at this time, I really feel like you're meant to squirrel it away, and not because there's like a lack or a scarcity. I feel like you're actually coming out of lack and scarcity with the Five of Pentacles next to Six of Swords. You are making a transition out of debt or out of a lack mentality, or if you have felt like you've been having lack within the family relationships, or if you've been feeling lack within the home and you're like, I don't like this aesthetic, or even financially, any of those things, if it's been feeling like it's not up to par, I feel like you are transitioning out of that. You are acting more like thoughtfully, more practically, more conservatively. That could be that, again, you're saving more money, or that you are being very thoughtful about like the organization of your home and the style and aesthetics, and you're being quite like careful with it, and you're doing, you're investing into it, right? There's this kind of like, I'm savoring this thing. It's not like, I'm just throwing money at it and I'm just making impulsive decisions. No, it's like this well thought out, taking care of, maintaining something that's super important to me. This is also talking about you, again, coming into this state where I think you're going to feel like money maybe comes to you more easily. I think wherever Saturn is, we do have to put more effort. So you are being asked to put, with Saturn, with this new moon sextiling Saturn second, you are being asked to put more effort into the things that you own, or maintaining your money, taking care of your money, or earning more money. So you're being asked to be diligent and responsible there. But I also feel like that is going to be rewarded, that you'll find that it flows back to you, and that you are going to come out of a feeling of lack or scarcity or upset in some area of your life. I also pulled this human cell, which talks about going back to the basics. So there's something about this period of time where it's really like the fundamentals. I see that really quite stripped away. When things are conservative, it feels like it's not a lot of frills. It's not a lot of extras, it's what is the foundation of this, and how do I improve the foundation? So like if it's health, for example, you could do all these extra things and buy supplements and see all these specialists and get scans, or you could just get 8 hours of sleep, wake up with the sun, exercise an hour outside every day, and eat like whole foods. It's quite simple. Like you really go back to the basics. If I want more money, maybe I just stop spending money. And when I do spend money, I spend on things that I really value and I invest into and that have longevity to them. So it's this idea of things enduring and not having to, you know, like refill things constantly because I have long lasting things. So there's a sense of like establishing the foundations and really valuing the kind of basic like steps that it takes to make something great in your life, you know, like to truly have a good life. It's quite basic, you know, there's not a lot of extra things. And that's what I think that you guys are really concentrating on, is maybe approaching those foundations and those basics in a way that you haven't before, or simplifying your emotions or your mindset or your habits so that it actually feels like those things are attainable for you and that you don't have to do a lot, basically. Okay. We also have Mercury and Chiron and the North Node all together in Aries in your third house. Everyone is experiencing some level of insecurity from this because Chiron tends to bring up pain, things from the past. It does bring up insecurities. It brings up self-doubt. And this is in the area of our mindset, especially for you being in the third house. So it's like we're kind of getting in our own head. We might hear some bad news or might have a difficult conversation with somebody, or it could just all be mental where we're just like overthinking things and kind of tripping ourselves up. And it's really our time to heal this energy. But I think that there's something in your life that has been going on where you've been maybe getting like in your way, in your head, with the Storm card, the Nine of Swords. It's like, I feel like you guys have been having maybe like a lot of nightmarish tendencies where you've been maybe focusing on things that could go wrong or your fears, or the Storm card could indicate that things have happened in society, in the world that really are affecting you and you feel quite down about it, or things in your life that you feel have just felt like a little bit harder recently, like that. You know, you've been worried about maybe your health or about a family member, about the state of the world and where we're going, or your children. There's like, it feels like there's like a weight on you with these cards where you could have been overthinking things, could have been worried about things. And that could come up at the time of this new moon in order for you to put that to rest, quite literally with the Death card and the Four of Swords. I feel like you guys are coming into energy of ending a cycle of worried thinking. You are, you know, I think you might like see it exacerbated at this new moon, and then it will find a reprieve, basically. So with this new moon, I feel like it's agitating that so that you can address it. Like, okay, I feel anxious. I can't fall asleep. I'm worried about this thing. I'm overthinking it. What if it goes wrong? What if this? What if that? And then you're like, no, I can't live like this anymore. I have to let this go. I have to transform my thoughts. I have to get a hold of my mind and think about and focus on what I want to. And I really feel that with the Death card is you truly releasing that kind of circular thinking where we ruminate and get stuck in a cycle of thoughts. And then you come out with the Four of Swords, which is finally resting. You go from the Nine of Swords, which is not even being able to sleep at night because of overthinking. And that might not be literal for you, but there's a drain of energy here with your thinking. And then it comes to the state of the Four of Swords where you are contemplative and you are still thinking, but it's a lot more restful. It's not like you're resisting things or fearing things or your mind is being all agitated. It's like you're able to slow down and you're able to contemplate the things that are on your mind through a more healthy lens, a more positive lens, or at least a neutral lens, right? Where you're not like activated, triggered, getting all distorted. So that's what I'm seeing. I feel like you guys are getting control of your mind. You're going back to the basics. You're building up your foundation. You're making conservative decisions to improve your home environment, your financial or your emotional stability, or your relationship with your family, any of those areas. And you're just really creating this very strong foundation so that you can manifest even more in the future. So that's what I'm saying for Aquarius. Before you hop off, I want to let you know I'm having 2 new readings, a medical astrology and a fertility astrology reading. So if you're wanting to get pregnant or if you're having health issues that you want some astrology or divine assistance with, then definitely check my offerings out at cosmicclarity.astrology.com, which I'll link down below. Also, if you have any comments, you know, if this resonates at all, if you want to share any of your experiences, I would love to hear that in the comments. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and have a beautiful day. Bye.